If sports betting is just entertainment, why does it feel suffering? If betting is just a game, why does it behave like a trap? And if it's just money, why does it steal your sleep, your peace, your relationships, your confidence, and your future? I am Engman Osaribie, an addiction mentor and public awareness advocate. I have worked with individuals who thought they could not come out of sports betting addiction. And today, I'm going to tell you the lies about gambling addiction and the truths you needed to hear long ago. You're not struggling because you are weak. You are struggling because modern betting is engineered to overpower the human brain. And once you understand that, the shame starts to break, your confusion starts to lift, and your recovery finally becomes possible. The first lie, it's just discipline. Most people were taught to see gambling addiction like this. That person has no discipline. That person has no self-control. That person is irresponsible. And the problem with that framing is not only that it is cruel, it is wrong. Because the moment you accept that lie, you stop asking the correct question. You stop asking, what happened to my brain? And you start asking, what is wrong with me? And that second question creates shame. Shame creates secrecy. Secrecy creates isolation. Isolation creates relapse. So today, we break the loop. We replace shame with clarity. And once that clarity enters, recovery becomes strategy, not struggle. It's not you, it's the design, system reframe. Now, listen carefully. Modern sports betting products are not neutral entertainment. They are engineered environments. Every feature has a purpose. Every sound, every animation, every color, every notification, every post, every cash out, and every delay has a psychological job. And the job is not to maximize your profits. The job is to maximize your engagement. In simple words, to keep you betting longer, to keep you betting more often, and to make you not to stop. That's why many addicted bettors keep gambling even when they are not enjoying it anymore. Because at some point, it stops being about pleasure. It becomes about compulsion. Let me tell you why the brain falls for it without you choosing. Here is how it works. Your brain has a system designed for survival, and it is called the reward system. It helps you pursue food, safety, progress, and success. It's not evil, it's human. But betting hijacks that system using a principle that is almost unbeatable, and it is called the variable reward. Variable reward means you don't know when the reward is coming. It might come now, it might come next time, it might come after 20 tries. That uncertainty makes the reward system go crazy because uncertainty creates obsession. Uncertainty creates anticipation. Uncertainty creates dopamine spikes. Now, let me tell you again why it feels like focus, but it's actually capture. Many sports bettors say something like, when I'm betting, everything else fades. I feel locked in. I feel focused. That experience is real, but the meaning people attach to it is wrong. That is not healthy focus. That is attention capture. It's like a bright light flashing billboard on the road. Your eyes automatically move to it, not because you decided to, but because your brain is wired to react. And with betting, the billboard is not one thing. It is an entire environment built to dominate you. Scores, odd changes, life updates, injury news, limited offer, bet builder, and the classic one, just one more. The sports betting industry knows your weak points. Now, let me say this clearly. The industry does not need you to be stupid. They only needs you to be human. It studies the human behavior. It measures human attention. It tests design like a laboratory, not to improve your life, but to extend your engagements. Because the attention is profit. Your compulsion is profit. Your relapse is profit. This is why willpower alone fails. Now we can answer a painful question. Why can't you stop even when you want to? Because willpower is not designed to fight 24 hours engineering. Willpower is limited resource. It gets tired, it gets drained, and it collapses under stress. But betting triggers are not limited. They are constant. They are designed. They are aggressive. So if your entire plan is, I'll just be strong, you are going to keep losing. Not because you are weak, but because the plan is incomplete. Now, I'm going to give you a tool, a weapon, a reality breaker. This tool is called play the movie to the end. Addiction only shows you the beginning of the movie. It shows you anticipation, excitement. I can recover my losses. I'll stop after this one. It does not show you the ending. Step one, pause. When the urge hits, do not argue with it. Do not debate it. Do not negotiate. Just pause, breathe, and say, let me play the movie to the end. Step two, play the first movie. You gamble, go all the way. Don't stop at the fantasy. You place the bets. Your heart races. You're checking updates. You're calculating odds. You're imagining the win. Maybe you lose. Pain, anger, the stomach drop. Then what? You chase. You double down. You borrow. You transfer. You break your rule again. Then what? You hide it. You cover it. You become irritable. You become distant. And you stop replying messages. Then what? Night comes. The money is lower. The shame is higher. The anxiety is louder. Then tomorrow morning, you wake up with regrets, with panic, and with a sick feeling that you have to fix it fast. That is movie one. Step three, play the second movie. You don't place the bets. You feel the urge. You breathe. You delay. You choose. Maybe you still feel restless. Yes, that is normal. But now, you keep the money. You keep your dignity. You keep your progress. Tomorrow morning, you wake up proud. Not perfect, but proud. And that pride becomes momentum. Momentum becomes identity. Identity becomes recovery. Now, let me tell you why this tool breaks the spell. Most relapse happens when the brain zooms in. It always says now. But play the movie to the end forces the brain to zoom out. And when it zooms out, the illusion collapses. Because the truth is, gambling is not relief. It is delayed pain. Gambling is not escape. It is postponed responsibility plus interest. Gambling is not freedom. It is captivity disguised as choice. Recovery is not just stopping, it's saying. Because recovery doesn't begin with force. Recovery begins with sight. The moment you see clearly, you stop obeying blindly. If you've been asking, why can't I stop? Here's the real answer. Because you've been trying to win a fight using the wrong weapon. You've been using shame against design. You've been using willpower against engineering. You've been using motivation against manipulation. From today, we switch weapons. We use clarity. We use tools. We use structure. We use boundaries. And we use support. And this is how people escape. Not because they became superhuman, but because they became strategic. Here's your assignment. Write this down somewhere. Phone notes, paper, anywhere. If I bet, the ending is regret. If I pause, the ending is pride. Then the next time the urge hits, don't wrestle it. Don't panic. Don't negotiate. Just say, let me play the movie to the end. Now, let me end this. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not stupid. You are a human. And you are exposed to a system designed to capture humans. But now, you are waking up. Now, you are learning the rules behind the trap. Now, you are building a way out. And today, you learn the most important truth. It's not weakness, it's design. And once you see the design, you stop blaming yourself. You stop hiding. You stop collapsing into shame. You start becoming free. If you are struggling with gambling addiction, apply for a one-on-one consultation with us at the link in the description where we'll walk you through the recovery process. Like, comment your thoughts or questions, and subscribe for more contents. Bye.